Ladies and gentlemen, the Call of Duty franchise has reached critical mass. Now, when Call of Duty Modern Warfare was being hyped up last year, and there was all this focus on the gritty realism of the campaign and the depth in which the multiplayer dove into, which by and large most of what you heard about the game and its functions and how the campaign was going to be presented, most of that was true. But the thing about Modern Warfare is that it acted as like a palate cleanser or a refresher or a good, nice return to form for the franchise because it wasn't the first boots on ground Call of Duty game in the last few years because we had World War II 2 years before that. But World War II kind of shot the bed. You know, it didn't give fans the same feeling as previous boots on ground game did, especially boots on ground games, especially other games that take place during World War II, like the first three games. At a certain point, it just feels like they're cashing in on a recognizable time period that Call of Duty is known for in order to get people to embrace it with full warmth because A, people didn't like Infinite Warfare, B, they barely liked Black Ops 3, and C, they really didn't like Advanced Warfare, and what really did it in with D, at least I think, Battlefield 1 kind of blew Infinite Warfare. No, was it Infinite Warfare? Yeah, it blew Infinite Warfare pretty much completely out of the water with the World War One setting because it reminded people. I just got a text. Who's texting me? Anyway, it reminded people that a shooting game can be set in a real life war in the past, and it can embody the setting that it's based in, and it can revitalize the franchise. It can do all these things. It can bring the fans back to when they initially fell in love with the game and why. And I honestly think that had a large part to play in why World War II was the next game. Maybe Sledgehammer wasn't working on that initially, but maybe they were able to slap it together pretty quickly. Because to be honest, at launch the game did feel like a bit of a patchwork because there were a lot of systems therein that weren't nearly as polished as they were in Advanced Warfare, which was their previous Call of Duty title. Now, Modern Warfare did a lot of that same thing. It reminded people why they liked the Modern Warfare era of Call of Duty games. It kind of brings you back to 2008 when a lot of people first started playing Call of Duty because Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. It was just more interesting to people having like not even necessarily a war, but like you're doing some gritty underground things to try to prevent a war, that sort of thing. And that's pretty much what this new game is about, but it serves as a reboot of the Modern Warfare franchise. You have your new Captain Price, you got your new Ghost, and you have Alex, who's actually a pretty cool character. I thoroughly, really, consistently enjoyed Modern Warfare. The campaign was amazing, and the multiplayer has a couple of kinks, but overall I find it to be very enjoyable overall. I said overall twice in one sentence. It's late, man. I'm sorry. But today, we just got... Oh, I completely forgot to mention. I wanted to say in a video a long time ago, towards when Modern Warfare came out, that I didn't want it to be the new trend. I didn't want the next Black Ops game to be trying to recapture the first Black Ops game. I didn't want that to be what Call of Duty becomes. I don't want a reboot of the Jump Jet games either that tries to go back to return to form for Advanced Warfare. I don't want anything like that anymore. But today, or yesterday, or maybe 2 days ago, maybe last year, depending on when I actually put this video up, Treyarch announced the new Black Ops game, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. Now, if you played Black Ops 1, this is the exact same thing that we got from Modern Warfare last year. At least functionally. From what I understand in the trailer, you might... Or it seems like you're going to be playing on the side of the Soviets, which is interesting to me, because playing for the losing side isn't exactly a concept that's normally explored in video games, especially in a franchise like Call of Duty. Normally, you're the Americans, you're the good guys, you stop the terrorists, you stop the bad guys, you do whatever, and you win. You win the war, you stop the war from happening, whatever the case may be. Now, playing as the Russians this time would be interesting, but I don't think it would really be enough to hide from most fans that this is just a reboot of the Black Ops franchise. Which, don't get me wrong, Black Ops 1 and 2 are miles better than Black Ops 3 and 4. Uh, and overall, I've always thought that Modern Warfare was a stronger franchise than Black Ops because 3 and I guess you could call this one 4 aren't nearly as much of a blemish as 3 and 4 are for Black Ops. But I don't know if a lot of you guys know this. Some people out there might be a little confused as to why is Treyarch already up again when it should be Sledgehammer. It should be their turn. It's been 3 years since their last game, which it has. But last year there was some discussion from Activision. Essentially, Sledgehammer is working really hard on whatever their game is, but it just wasn't going to be ready in time. So they asked Treyarch if they can get their game ready in time, and so they have disrupted the cycle, and now they're putting out another Black Ops game this year. Now, is this going to start a new Black Ops trilogy, a new Black Ops saga, Black Ops franchise? I don't know. I don't see the potential the same way that I saw it for Modern Warfare, right? Because at the end of the Modern Warfare campaign, Price is like, oh, here's my team. And then they tease Ghost, which is great. You gotta love Ghost. But the thing about Modern Warfare is that it's a simple premise. It's just a squad of JSOC guys. I know they're not JSOC, don't yell at me. A squad of JSOC guys going and doing the unsavory things that governments sometimes have to do in order to keep the peace. Like how Itachi had to kill his entire clan to keep civil war from happening. It's that kind of concept. People might look at you a certain way for doing what you got to do, but you're doing what you got to do regardless. Black Ops has never really been that. Black Ops 1 and 2 definitely have, even within the series, being in the same franchise, have very distinct identities. Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 are very different games. Black Ops 2 is heralded as one of the, well, according to some people, the best Call of Duty game in history, not only because the campaign was so riveting because you play as, multiple characters, but not even just multiple characters. You play from multiple different perspectives. Like you're seeing input from all sides on the exact same story. That's what's interesting. And there's elements of that in last year's Modern Warfare game, but there has to be something on that level for this new Black Ops game. What I would like to do is play as the Americans and the Soviets. And maybe you want to do an alt history and the Soviets win the Cold War this time. I'm trying to be kind of optimistic because I honestly don't really think that Black Ops has the potential to get that type of huge resurgence and become a whole new series the way that Modern Warfare is. And to be honest, there's probably going to be another form of Blackout. Warzone has been wildly popular, more popular than Blackout was, but I don't know if doing another Battle Royale is really a good idea, especially because Warzone has been so successful. I think they should just keep supporting that and not worry about another Blackout. And then there's a matter of the multiplayer, Are they going to just go straight back to Call of Duty Black Ops multiplayer roots? You're just regular old gun game, you're one in the chamber, that type of thing. I have no clue. And if this does spawn a new Black Ops trilogy, is Black Ops 2 going to be even close to the same level as Black Ops 2 1? I'm just thinking about the what are the numbers mean Mason meme that's been going around for the last almost 10 years. Goodness gracious. But honestly, it's a Call of Duty game. We all talk shit, but most of us are probably gonna play it. I've played every Call of Duty game that's come out in my lifetime except for Infinite Warfare and Black Ops 4. Those were the only two games where I put my foot down and said no. These games are not coming into my house. They're not going into my PlayStation. I'm not playing these games. But yeah, World War II, Black Ops 3, Modern Warfare Remastered, Modern Warfare 2 Remastered, which is strangely only a campaign. What's up with that? Are they going to remaster Modern Warfare 3? And if so, are they going to just do the campaign again, or are they going to do the multiplayer? And are they going to start remastering the Black Ops games? You know, that would be pretty cool. My voice died a little bit there. Call of Duty's in a weird state, you know. And like I said at the beginning of the video, I do think it has reached critical mass, and I think that the franchise is going to either have to transform in some way to stay relevant in the future, as other shooting games are, you know, rising to prominence. Because, I mean, now we've got Overwatch, which is still wildly popular despite people telling you the game is dead. We've got Rainbow Six Siege, which is constantly getting more popular. We've got Valorant out now. Counter-Strike has been a thing for a good while, and people are playing that. You know, Battlefield even. You know, like, as time has gone on, we have these other shooters, with the exception of, you know, Valorant and Overwatch, that people are viewing as like a more mature FPS for a more refined gamer. You know, Call of Duty is kind of looked at as baby's first FPS. Either that or Halo, you know, which probably shouldn't be letting your kids play either of these games until they get about like 8 or 9 or 10. Like I mean that's about how old I was when I started playing. But it's yeah, oh yeah, I forgot about the other option. It's either going to have to transform to remain relevant, which is I think the direction that they're trying to take it in, or the franchise is going to collapse in on itself and kind of fade away. And honestly, Activision would not be able to afford something like that. If Call of Duty were to just suddenly stop performing as well as they wanted it to, they would do something drastic like they did after Ghosts kind of failed, and like they did after Infinite Warfare kind of failed, and try to change the formula. But the thing is, Call of Duty's been out for so long, it's been a staple in modern gaming for so long, that we've kind of seen it be everything that it can be. There's no allure anymore. There's not really any surprise, because Call of Duty games by and large play it very safe, and there's some valid what am I looking for? There's some validity to the criticism that like you're buying the same game for $60 every year, because by and large Call of Duty games are just very similar, very samey. There's not too much difference from one year to the next, unless you're going from boots on ground to jump jets, or from jump jets to boots on ground. And even then, it shouldn't have to be something that absurd for you to be able to tell one Call of Duty game apart from the other. It's weird to me, you know, because I've always had affinity. Is that the word I'm looking for? I hope so. I've always had a very strong, not acclamation. I've always cared a lot about Call of Duty as a franchise. It's up there with Assassin's Creed for like franchises that I've been playing for a large part of my life, but I feel at times have gotten away from what they're supposed to be. And I just want every game that comes out in the future of this franchise to be on the same level of Modern Warfare, as far as I enjoyed it that much and I still play the multiplayer 9 months post-launch. No, 11 months post-launch. 10 months post-launch. Came out October 25th last year. But I want them to each be unique enough to where there's an actual reason to play one game over the other. And I just feel like hitting the reset button and being like, oh, we're just going to go back to, you know, the before times when everybody enjoyed our games no matter what. I just don't think that that's going to work for very long. Because the reason that it worked so well for Modern Warfare is because the original Modern Warfare was such a big deal and marked such an important moment in the Call of Duty franchise. And people were just kind of tired of Call of Duty games, or at least the way that they had been, especially after Black Ops 4. So, 4 or 5 years of pretty much stagnation, just a completely plateaued franchise where the only thing that's going up is your frustration and probably complacency for the franchise, and then you get something like Modern Warfare, and it's suddenly like you're 8 years old again, you know? And this is just the greatest Call of Duty game you've ever seen. This could be the greatest shooting game you've ever seen. But I don't think that's going to continue to work. Now, I'm interested in this game. I won't say excited. I'm interested in this game Like I said, I'm going to play it, but I got to be cautiously optimistic, and we'll see what happens next year with Sledgehammer. Whatever they're doing, it better be absolutely mind blowing, because I have to suffer through another Black Ops game before we can get there. This is Black Ops 5, man. That's crazy. But what do you guys think? Are you excited for Black Ops Cold War? What do you think the future holds for the Call of Duty franchise? How many more years do you think it's got in it before people just move on to other games? Whatever you think, whatever it is, comment below and educate me. And as always, if you want more videos from me, go ahead and click like and subscribe if you're new. And maybe ring that bell icon, because your boy needs views. But until then, see you later.